Welcome to a long-awaited showdown. You don't have to be a fan of either team to appreciate the matchup of these two elite quarterbacks. Both guys hoping to use this big stage and display their supremacy. This is the home of the NC State Wolfpack, Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. They'll run it here. They test the middle there, but get nothing. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over.
It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game. And you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
Oh, and he's got some space here. Touchdown, Alabama. A huge special teams score. Wow, so the punt returner all the way to the house to put his team in front now.
Well, that's one way to do it, right? You don't have to worry about your own offense putting points on the board when you get a score from the return team. 6 points on the board, heck of a return, and they're up.
This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And the ball to the ground. Oh, they pick it up. It's still a live ball. They get him to the ground. Heads up by the offense to keep possession, but he's still short of the marker.
Boy, did they dodge a bullet right there. So fortunate to recover their own fumble. I don't know how that ball bounced in their favor.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Can he make it to the marker? That gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
3rd down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Turns it loose downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two, and that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
So to avoid another punt here in the second drive, they got to convert here on third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down. This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. Taking a deep shot here to the right. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Wideout's now clustered. Starts with a quick pass to the left off the RPO. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's an out route, the catch made. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
That's tough for this defense. You give up the catch, but you also let the receiver break a tackle and get some yards afterward.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for the wideout. He's got it in the open. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers.
Looking downfield near the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return begins inside the 10. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Handoff here from the shotgun. Got the first down and still motoring. They get him to the ground, but an explosive running play there.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Good throw by the quarterback off the RPO. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, that wide receiver screen came close to hitting a seam, but the defense is just flowing to the football too quickly, and they kept him to a short gain.
Second down play coming up. Catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver. Look at this result. Some positive yards.
Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Here comes a handoff. Breaks free. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. We've had a good early quarterback duel so far, Kirk. Let's check out the stats. They flipped into the field, ready now for the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Powering through. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Wolfpack line up now, first and goal. Grabbed by the receiver, but the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
They're going to go with the Wildcat formation and an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. And it's a direct snap. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, NC State.
Yeah, the offense does their job of getting points on the board, score the touchdown, 6 points. All we need is an extra point. Chris, we got a tie game.
Now they line up to get the extra point. And there's the point after. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 5. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Turns on the speed. Can they catch him? Touchdown, tied. He'll stroll into the end zone. Special teams making a monster play. The returner gets the touchdown, but a bunch of guys contributed that time, Kurt.
Yeah, exactly right. The blocks up front really set the tone to be able to give him his chance. You don't see this happen very often in this game where a guy gets a chance to have a kickoff return for a touchdown. Everything has to be just perfect, and of course, he had the speed to be able to get it all the way to the end zone.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So, here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Finds room at the 30. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina State. He would not be denied. They couldn't get him to the ground.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. Off the play fake on first down. Moves out of the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 24. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, that one's picked off. Breaks into the open. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession was a one-play touchdown drive on the ground. See if the offensive line can continue to create some big lanes. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right, but man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this went forward to help this upcoming 3rd down call.
From the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Wolfpack. This passing game is still on fire. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
PAT puts him in front by 7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground, running with purpose.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
He's got room to run. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years, Mark Ingram and
deep shot toward the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his second touchdown alone here in the first half.
Backs lined up on either side of the quarterback. Looking to pass here on second down. It's another deep shot. And he makes the grab inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Bama.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. Powering through a tackle. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. That's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
That's a solid run, good for first down yardage. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He's got the cross and still going. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. First and goal at the 9.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage and you can throw it over top of them.
So the offense really clicking here. 3 plays, and suddenly it's 1st and goal. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. It looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, NC State.
Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
They'll try to add the lead now to the PAT. The extra point is good. Back in front in this shootout, 35-28. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made in space. Look out. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another 1st down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
We'll take a deep shot here. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. He'll be brought down at the 46. Good enough for a 1st down. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. He'll hand it off. 1st down and more. He's still running. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this 1st half. Minutes going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. NC State will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going, or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a 1st down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. He bought some time, now lets it go. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back's got it again. Breaks free. A quick juke. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's caught on the crossing pattern. Tackle quickly, but a solid gain. Ball spotted at the 25 now.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense edge to it.
Completion makes it 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
Alabama needing this 4th down conversion. Offense looking to throw the ball. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time. The decision to go for it doesn't work out this time. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. There's the handoff.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made on the left side. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
It's a shotgun run call. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack.
And here he goes. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. keeping it on the ground here. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Finds an open target on the left side. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Great connection there for 6 points. But they try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. The first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. He'll take a deep shot. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Oh, I love the go route. They don't quite connect here, but, you know, it sends a message to that defense that you're going to stretch this defense all game long. It can open up the running game, and eventually you go back to it. Maybe you hit it next time for a big play.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Gets some space around the 30. You get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
He'll throw it deep in the middle of the field. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They finally stop a big play. Moves the ball to the 22.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Pre-snap motion from the offense. First down, looking to throw the ball. He escapes the pocket. Escapes the pocket. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. And it's been an old-school ground game duel. These running backs have been putting on a show so far today. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Touchdown, Alabama. This offense cannot be stopped.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football. But that time, Finally, the defense comes up with an answer for him.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? He's got his man in the open field. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Oh, big hookup here. They're forced to throw the ball on 3rd down, and the connection's going to keep this drive alive, and also, more importantly, just keep that clock moving.
1st down now at the 47. One big play has gotten this offense suddenly near midfield. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
A completion makes it 2nd down. Working clock with the ground game. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. 1st down from the 30.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a 2nd down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He lets it rip. He's got it, enough for a 1st down. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
But if somebody had to bust an assignment on this touchdown, there's no way you let a guy get that open unless the defender either gets injured or he blew an assignment. That was too easy for the offense for that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. Can he make it? They can't catch him. Touchdown.
Chris, when was the last game you saw not only one, but two kickoff returns for a touchdown by the same guy? Unbelievable performance, not only by the return man, but the entire unit setting these returns back for touchdowns.
The offense still out there. They're going for two here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Keep it on the ground. There's a handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The receiver makes the catch. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking deep downfield to the left. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They've got him down, but the offense gets the first down they needed to just run the clock out. That was crucial, Kirk. Barring something crazy, that should be enough to secure a mild upset in this early season showdown game.
On paper, this looked like an upset, but they sure carried themselves out there tonight like they were favored. Still a long way to go, still can get better, but possibly this football team could make a run in the postseason.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And it's caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Defense dials up the pressure there, plays man coverage, but they couldn't quite get to the quarterback in time, and he finds a nice completion.
NC State looking for a fourth down conversion. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. This could be the game here. Hit as he released it. Took one last shot. With no time on the clock, though, this game is over. Well, Kirk, based on the rankings, this technically is an upset. We just watched two really good teams slug it out, and the team that came in lower ranked picks up the W.
Well, I can't believe you said slug it out. That's a first from you, but I agree. Two ranked teams going head-to-head. Really a fun game to watch, and now let's see how they respond after the results of this game. That could be very interesting to their season.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.